Hey everybody, I just want to go over a video about just normal application, whether it's the dorm application or whether it's drill application. So I just want you to understand that dorm and drill application are almost the same. They need the practice and you need the oversight to ensure that everything is absolutely beautiful. So for example, let's talk about the dorm. One item at a time. And then once they're done with, just say, socks, for example, you check the placement of the socks. I say display it. And then you tell them, okay, now let's cut all the string on the socks. Go. Display it. And then that's the only thing that you say, hey, I'm going to check it. It better be perfect. Smiles to the right in the clothing drawer. Bam. And then maybe underwear will be next. So after you're done folding it and everything like that, and the way that I fold underwear is I fold it with the waistband facing me. See, in the book, it says waistband away, but it's hard to see across the bed if the waistband stays even the whole entire time. So I turn it around, crotch all the way to the waistband, and then sometimes I'll bobby pin it or clothespin it, and then right to left instead of left to right because you have it upside down. And then once everybody shows it to me in the center aisle, they fold the rest. Same thing when you do with the sock too as well. Have them roll one sock. And what I do with the socks real fast, I know I'm going here and here. I'll fold that toe in and then I'll roll it up, because in our evaluation, we don't unroll the sock to see if they rolled it properly. We just check for the overall impression of it, and that's it. So just give them tips and tricks to be successful. And when everything looks like cans, and everything in the underwear looks really good and flat and not all wrinkly and crap like that, it starts to look really good. And you do that with every single item. The duffel bag, same exact way. The duffel bag, I'll flip it, the open end facing to me. And I'll get on the other side of the bed and do the beginning, the football, undo the straps. And then I'll get on the other side and I'll fold it right, and I'll put my hand out, and then left, fold over, and make sure there's no gap in there. So if there's too much of a gap, I'll slide it this way, fold it over again, keep my finger right there so there's no gap. Make sure it comes all the way over and it touches the very edge of the other side, and make it perfect. Once you have that, you're good to go. So, but before I fold that side over, I'll tweak the edges. And once I tweak the edges, and you'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll use the clip of the bag, and I'll use it to hold it in place. It's like a built-in clothespin or a built-in bobby pin. That'll be the 4 edges, and then I bring that last edge over that I've already checked to make sure it was perfect, and then I'll slide it underneath the hook, and then I'll finish up the rest of the duffel bag. I get everybody in the center aisle, and I check every single duffel bag, and I'll check the buttons, and I'll put my finger in every single pocket. Why am I doing this? Because I don't want anybody coming up to my dorm and they're finding it I'm not. So it's me being part of the team makes a big difference. So with my students and myself, when we're doing the dorm, it is a team effort. I'm the expert. I need to equip them. And sometimes they have some good ideas, and you just take it from them and you use it for your next flight. But you need to teach this. Perfection. Perfection. I will strive for perfection and reject mediocrity. So in these days, in this culture, people will say, oh, you can't be perfect. Don't expect perfection. You kidding me? Can you spell your name? Yeah, you can spell your name perfectly. Why? Because you had practice. So let's go. So we need to practice. Your dorm is going to have a good day and a bad day. How do you catch it with dorm? This is what I do. When they fall out with wall lockers and clothing drawers open. And they go downstairs and they go to class. Or they go downstairs and they do drill, whatever like that, or a transit. And then when I come back, I'm checking to make sure my flight is successful. Because just say all the towels are just like, they're just not there. That's an MTI problem when majority of it is a problem. Failure gives you an opportunity to reteach something. So remember that. I tell them, whatever you put in a drawer, it's got to be perfect. So you got to make your money on Sundays. You got to make your money, and you got to give them the time for them to make their money. And RLA time is not a time, recruit living area time is not a time where you're in the flat office and you chilling. You need to be involved. You need to go down that center aisle and you need to make sure that they're doing it well. Hey, let me see that. Hey, that looks really good. You're a towel master. You're an underwear master. You're a sock master. Go bless everybody. Go help everybody out. You're teaching the wingman concept. See, a lot of times we overuse the wingman concept. I don't. I make it practical. So when I see, like, just say I have 20 towel masters and I see that towels are hurting, I get all my towel masters together and I get them in the day room and I say, hey, what's going on with the towels? You need to make sure that everybody understands the towels. So y'all understand the towels. Any towel they put in the drawer must be perfect, and you need to be nosy. That's not their area, that's my area, and I'm telling you to go in their area that they're leasing. It ain't their private area. Because when their area is set up for success and it looks good, you look good. And I will have the best dorm. And so will you. Keep everything open and find trends. And fix it and let them know, hey, man, y'all need a phone call. Go get your stinking phones. Oh, I got this phone bin up here. You know what this is for? Because y'all killing it. Get your phones. Hey, y'all got 10 minutes. This don't even count for the end of the week either. Get your 10-minute phone call real quick. Hurry up. Turn them on. Turn them on. Turn them on. Because they're making you look good because you're part of the team. Keep that in mind. They're going to have good days and bad days. And you hold the element leaders responsible. How do you hold the element leaders responsible? So every night when they do details at night, have the element leaders walk everything. And if it's not perfect, tell them to put it on their bed. Put it on their bed. At night, they're checking night displays, clothing drawer, and wall locker, making sure everything is good. And when they're doing it, they're learning how to be a mini MTI. And I didn't say a yelling mini MTI. They learn to have your eyes. They learn to see what you see. You're preparing them to prepare the flight. It's not you against them. It's not the element leaders and you against them. It's everybody coming together to provide information. So just remember that. Now for drill. Drill, like when I teach left flank, right flank, I put them at a mark time. And then I tell them to flank at a mark time. Why? Because it allows them to use the proper foot to pivot 90 degrees as they're keeping their feet moving. Would I do this for application? Absolutely. Application is the way that you would apply it. So that's the way I would apply it. I do it at a mark time, and then as they do it, so they're doing mark time. So, boom. Left flank, heart, step, pivot. Left flank, heart, step, pivot. And they say step, pivot. And they're pivoting on the right foot if they're doing the left flank. I'm not worried about the hands right now. I'm worrying about making sure that they can at least pivot. And then remember, you have to teach stress, cover, interval, and distance. So for left flank and right flank, I spend time to march them sideways in line and inverted line before I even teach the class. So they understand when to dress to the right and how big the interval is going to get. Because they're going to stretch out and come back and stretch out and come back. And what I normally do is I'll tell them to, if you're the leading individual, they're going to have their left or right hand up. So if they're dressing to the right, they have their right arm up. If they're dressing to the left, they have the left arm up. And they're making sure that they can almost touch the person to their left or to the right, depending on what arm is up. And it teaches them to pay attention, because alignment looks, you could see alignment better than you can see space from a distance. If the alignment is good, spacing is easily overlooked. It's the alignment. It's all important, but you can see the alignment. And once they get the alignment, that space is going to get easier and easier. So let them worry about the cover and the dress, and the distance and interval will get better as we go. So really hammer on the alignment. So march up back and forth, maybe a 2 to rear class before left flank, right flank, all the way up and down the drill pad. If the drill pad's full, go to the PT pads. Have it all to yourself. Be greedy, because it's going to allow them to get better. And then flank them to chow in front of everybody. Represent. And then help them to get sharper. Teach them how to pivot sharp. And when you do that, the flight just says, oh, yeah, this is what I came here for. This is what I came here for. So when you're doing any type of flanking to the rear, change step, I always tell them to go, shh. Change step, hard, shh. So they learn not to scuffle their feet. If they scuffle their feet, that means they're not redistributing the body weight on the ball of that right foot. So what I do is I'll tell them to do this with their feet. Step, heel, step, heel, step, heel, step, heel, step, heel. So now, so they're going, change step, heart, step, heel, step, and they do it all the way down the drill path. So sometimes I'll put them in line formation. They can go all the way down, and all I'm listening for is them pinning their hands to their side, and I don't hear nothing in their feet. And they're saying step, heel, step, step, heel, step, step, heel, step, like honestly 200 times. And then let them know, hey, you're all getting it. It's becoming silent. That's good. A lot of times trainers will do this step, heel, step. They'll do all that. Just step, heel, step. Don't put your feet together either. Don't put your feet together, because when they put the feet together, they'll start sliding it behind and it looks stupid. And then that's why they're bouncing up and down. You want people, when they hear change step, that when they do it for control and it's silent, you want the evaluator to go. Because it never happens. My flight, it happens. Sergeant Tim Brock's flight, it'll happen. Sergeant Abraham's flight, it'll happen. Technical Sergeant Thomas, it'll happen with his flight too. Because we beat it up and we prepare them for success. Remember how important it is that they need those reps. Every day they need those reps. So anyways, I just want to go over a little bit of drill. I'll give you a little bit of drill 1. Formation of flight really fast before I wrap this up. Formation of flight all the way to chow. Fall in, fall out, move. Like go about 20 paces away. Fall in, fall out, fall in, fall out. Let them get it. Let them practice it. So if you're in an RGT right now, go from pad to pad. If you're in a ATC, just take 20 steps and go. Make sure they're coming from the right to the left so it's easier to do fall in, and maybe one day you just turn your body to see what they do. And as long as the guidon bear and the first element leader know that they're going to be to your left 3 paces away, start turning your body around and see if they can lock it in. See if they can practice. So when you do fall in for control, it's easy. It's just magical. And everybody knows what to do, but they need the reps. If you really focus on like playing knockout and allowing them to understand and make mistakes early, everything comes all together at the end, and everybody notices that you're different. It doesn't matter if you're an honor flight, warrior flight, commander's excellence, whatever. That doesn't matter. You know what matters? When stand team comes and they evaluate your dorm, they evaluate your drill. That's what really matters. Just remember that. All right. This is just a friendly military training instructor, trainer coming at you. God bless. Take care.